Hi guys. So yeah, you know, there's this term called laziness, and there's this one called uh, struggling. So there's laziness and people who are struggling in life. Majority of people have tend to be using this word so much on others. You call people lazy. Before you know their story, you're just calling people lazy. I don't fancy that terminology, laziness. Somebody who is lazy is somebody who is almost giving up with life. They don't want to work hard. They're just lazy. Yeah? They are lazy. They're almost giving up on life, with life. So whenever you want to use this terminology, laziness, you need to consider first. Don't just call people lazy when you know that you're not even helping them in any way. You don't pay their bills. You don't help them in any way. And yet you want to call people lazy. That one is not something advisable. So there's laziness and there's people struggling in life. Let's not confuse these two things. Huh? Why would you, before you call somebody lazy, ask yourself these two questions. Are they really lazy or just struggling in life? Are this person lazy? Are these people lazy or they're just struggling financially? You know, there's struggling and there's laziness. But why would you call somebody lazy? Someone whom you are not even taking care of. Somebody who you don't know how they eat in their houses. Somebody you don't even pay bills for. Somebody you don't know how they wake up in the morning in their houses. Somebody who lives in their houses and they pay their apartments. You don't even help them and you want to call them lazy. Why would you call somebody like that lazy? Even sometimes their lifestyle is far much better than yours. And you have the audacity of opening your mouth, verbling diarrhea, calling people lazy. Nobody is lazy. It's only that sometimes we have struggles in life. These struggles, sometimes they can make you go through a dilemma in life if not well taken care of. Can make you go through depression, that people might think that you are lazy. You're not lazy. You're just working hard. It's only that maybe somehow in life you're struggling financially. But when it comes to laziness, let's not just call people lazy. Why would you call somebody lazy? Ask yourself these questions. Before you call somebody lazy, ask yourself many, many questions. Are they lazy for real? For real? So, these are questions we should ask ourselves before calling people lazy, giving people names. Let's not confuse the terminologies. There are these two terminologies. Struggling. There's laziness and struggling financially. Yeah, those are two things. Two way different things. So let's not confuse them. In most cases, we tend to see people who are struggling in life as lazy people. You know, sometimes in life, people, when they see you struggling, they just think you're lazy. No, you're not lazy. Maybe it's because you're struggling because there's still no financial breakthrough in your life. There are people who are going through a lot. So when you want to call people lazy, that means almost half of people in this country are lazy because they can't meet up to what they want. That means they're lazy. And they wake up every day. They work hard every day. It's just they are struggling. There's nothing like laziness. Let's not confuse those two terminology. In my life, I thank God. Okay, I thank God. It has never been easier. I was not born in a very rich family. I came from a very, very, very down to earth family, very humble background. So I was taught to work hard for everything I want. And I think there's no any day I've ever gotten something so easily from somebody that I sit and wait. I'm being fed. I'm being spoon-fed. No. Everything I've done in my life, no matter how little they are or big they are, I push myself. I'm a go-getter. I go, I grab it. I risk myself. I do them. There's nobody who has ever done something for me on a silver plate. There's nothing I've ever gotten on a silver plate. I've always worked hard for everything I've gotten in my life. You can ask my family. Me, I'm a go-getter. Where you think you can never get something, you can never achieve, I push until I get what I want. If I mean to, I'll get what I want. I'll get to the core. That's who I am. I don't give up so easy. If I say, if I've meant that I want to do something, and I think this thing, I want to do it, nobody will stop me. I will go and grab it, no matter what it takes, how long it takes, how many years it will take me. If I mean this is what I'm focused on or at, that this is what I want, I will push it until I get it. So in my life, I've never gotten anything on a silver plate. I've never been served on a silver platter. Everything I have to push up, push up, push up. Yes, yeah. So when somebody wants to verbal diarrhea, calling people lazy, and they don't know people so well, check yourself. Don't call people lazy. You don't know their stories until you sit them down and they tell you the stories they're having or what they're going through in life. That's when you can call somebody lazy. Some people just talk, but the things you've done, they can never even do. They're just seated. Hey, she's lazy. What laziness? Am I lazy? You sleep? Do you always? Anyway, sorry to talk about that. But don't call people lazy. We don't want that word. Nobody's lazy. So there's another thing. Some people are very privileged in life. We are not equal in life. This thing we have to acknowledge. There are people who are very privileged. Everything they get in life is on a silver plate. They are being served. It's easier for them. Way shortcuts. There's shortcuts. There are people pushing them, holding their hands to their successes. They're being held. Their hands are being held everywhere, left, right, center. They're being pushed. Everything they do, they must have people pushing them and holding their hands. But some people are unfortunate because everything they do, they push for themselves. They work hard for themselves. They struggle for themselves. Nobody holds their hands. It's either do die. It's a risk taking. You push, you die on the core. Up to the core. It's either you die or you do it. So if you're one person who's been born in that family where you're being served on a silver plate, everything you get is easier. There's nothing that you're struggling to get, so you don't sweat for anything. Anything is well done for you. Don't talk where people, you are not supposed to talk where people are talking because you don't know the struggles of life. Yes, you're not supposed to talk. Because me, I take you as you're still a beginner. You're still empty. Yeah? You're still weak. You're not strong enough. Because you're being done everything. So yes, we have people like that. Everything, being a job they're being given, being cars they're being bought for, being houses they're being handed for. Everything they get on a silver plate. There are people like that. So these people, they are people you can't compare yourself with. And you can never compare yourself with. Come rain, come sunshine. They were born like that. They found everything flowing in their family lineage. These are people who are privileged. We call them privileged people. So when you know you came from a poor background, less privileged background, you came from a very humble background, you know how to push yourself to the core. Don't listen to the naysayers. The naysayers are there. They'll be there to push you, to make you give up for your success, make you give up for what you want to do in your life. So in life, most cases, you have to be, we have to be strong enough and sometimes to endure these challenges and what we are being told as people. I know sometimes people don't believe on us, the people who are not privileged ones. When you start something, they don't believe in you. They just see you as a joker until they'll come to realize how far you've come and how big you've grown. That's when they realize that this one, she's really a great deal. She's really a deal breaker. You know, so in life, we have people who are like that. So people who are calling people lazy, call somebody lazy if you are assisting them, you are helping them, you are paying them bills. If you're paying my bills every month, at least you're parting with even 200,000 to help me sort my all monthly bills. Please call me lazy. I'll keep quiet. But don't call people lazy when you know you're not even helping in any way. You're not assisting them in any way. Don't verbal diarrhea calling people lazy. She needs quick things. She needs easy way. Nobody needs easy way. And not me, for my life, I've never gotten anything on an easy way. Everything I work hard for. Everything, no matter how small, even my tea, my sugar, I sweat for. So when somebody wants to tell you want to sit around and get things on a silver plate, on an easy way, these are mad people. I think they need to be taken to the mental hospitals. These are people, maybe they are the envious ones. They envy people, they are jealousy. Yeah, they don't want to see people progressing. When you start progressing, they will have a lot of things to talk about. False allegations about people. She's this, she's this, she's this. You're calling somebody who is living good lazy. How now? How is she lazy? Do you chip on? Do you pay their bills? Don't call people lazy. Majority of people outside here, they just like calling people she's lazy, she's lazy. She likes easy things. She doesn't want to work hard. Who told you they don't want to work hard? Huh? Who told you they've never worked hard? Who told you how hard? Ask them how hard they've gone. You should ask people. Don't just call people names. Talk to people. Get to know people. You don't know somebody and you wake up and you start calling them names. Why? Why are you calling them names? So, me, I'm one person who likes pushing myself so much. I push to the core. Even sometimes I push until I feel like now I think I'm up here. I'm up. I'm done. But I don't give up. I don't give up in life. I don't give up in life. So don't call people names. Lazy person is a lazy person who has no idea, nothing going on in their lives. They are giving up in their lives. No progress, no moving right, behind, left. They're just stagnant. There's nothing, totally nothing going on. Even they can't pay bills. Even they can't live in a good place. I don't know. Don't call people lazy. Nobody's lazy. Me, in my life, I've never been lazy. If I were lazy, I think the whole family would have sunk down. We would have sunk down as a family. So don't call people lazy until you know people's stories when you call people lazy. So there's struggling in life. There's terminology called struggling. Struggling people, these are people who are working hard, but they don't have they are going through financial problems. There's no way they can do progress because they still need some more income to make them elevate to what they want to do. Yeah, so there's laziness and struggling. These are two terminology. Google them, look for them, go to encyclopedia if you have dictionary, check the two terminologies. They are different meanings. There are people who are struggling and there are people who are lazy. Don't confuse these two things. Yes, so yeah, I love you all. If you are a lucky one getting everything on a silver plate, thank God for your parents who made it easier for you, who made way easier for you. So don't call people lazy. Just be privileged and thank your God for being privileged. There are people who are struggling outside here. They've struggled for years. But they can't make progresses. It's not that because they are lazy. They wake up in the morning, they go to work. The same thing repeats itself every day, every now and then. No progress, no nothing. But they work hard. They wake up in the morning. So yeah, nobody's lazy. It's just being wise enough, being smarter enough, and working smarter. So thanks for today. Ciao, ciao. Continue subscribing on my channel. I will appreciate you all. I'll appreciate. Ciao, cheers, guys. I love you all. Bye. Till next time.